We've often talked about doing an F1 track in Perth or something like that.
Often. Yes, often.
But here's an interesting concept. If you had your own F1 team, which 2 drivers would you want? And why?
Ooh.
And why?
Which 2? Do I have a budgetary constraint?
No.
So no budgetary constraint?
No. You're as rich as McLaren, basically.
All right. Rich as McLaren. Wow, in that case. Okay. Do you want me to go first?
Sure. 2 drivers.
Just 2 drivers, no test drivers.
No test drivers, no test drivers.
Okay,
No,
this
just
is
two
my
drivers.
lineup, basically.
Yes.
Right. Based on, again, well, our own personal views and also what I've witnessed last night with Le Mans. I've always been a big fan, and I'm a bit nostalgic when it comes to wanting to actually see whether Alonso is all of what everyone thinks he always has been.
Yeah.
And he's just either he's fluked 2 world titles or not. I'm going to go with Alonso.
He didn't fluke 2 more times. But
Alonso
all right, yeah.
would be my first pick. And we're assuming we have really, really good cars here, right? So
Yeah, of course. We're assuming that, that all things being equal, who are the 2 drivers?
I reckon Ricciardo. I love his demeanour. He is as calm as a Hindu cow. He never gets upset. He's incredibly
Homeboy
focused.
love.
Homeboy love. Yep, bit of man love there. So you put him up against Hamilton, who I'm a big fan of, and I know you are too. Yeah. Just he's an angry little man in the car sometimes, isn't he? Sometimes. In Monaco, he wasn't a happy camper. You know, he's a bit fidgety about his tyres. Daniel doesn't seem to get like that. So they're my 2
You're
picks.
right. So that's a good place to start, I think, is you're right. Ricciardo tends to not get flustered.
Yeah.
And point in case is when his MGUK failed in Monaco.
Yeah.
Wow. What does he do? Guys, I'm losing power. What do I do here?
He didn't
Recover.
have his handy, did he? He didn't
No.
chuck a hissy fit.
See, whereas, and I agree, that's the problem that you do have with Lewis sometimes, which I think is unfortunate. Regardless of how talented he is, which he is a talent. But he does get out of rhythm sometimes. And I think that when he gets flustered, he's off. But having said that, a Lewis Hamilton off is still pretty damn awesome.
I'd have him
So
anyway.
that's a hard one to pick right there. All right, so if I was to allow you one more, so let's say you've got a test driver. Who's sitting in test driver seat?
Well, now the question of whether this person would actually be in the test driver seat is an interesting one. But I can't look past Hamilton. I've always been a Hamilton person. I'm glad he's growing up a little bit. He's a little bit more stable and calm in certain respects. So yeah, he would be not necessarily my 3rd pick, but if I had 3 people, they'd be my 3.
Although unfortunately, there's no way you're getting that Lewis Hamilton into your test driver position.
He just wouldn't have a bar.
Wouldn't take it.
In fact, none of the 3 would. But
no.
I mean, just on why I would choose him and why stable mindsets are important, right? I mean, we look at Verstappen, arguably an incredibly good driver for his age, and there's even their own team pointing at Ricciardo saying you've got a really, really good teammate here. Use that to learn off, and if he could somehow maintain a pretty even keel in his races, he actually might be a force to be reckoned with. But look, that's the only reason I think why, in this example, it's good to draw distinctions between Verstappen and Ricciardo.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough of me. What about you?
So, this is a hard one because
Copy me if you like.
it's not a copy issue.
Well, that would suggest that my pick was good.
Alonso, head and shoulder, is my favourite driver, hands down. I don't think their opinion, of course. I don't think there is a more talented driver in F1 right now. I think he is literally the most talented driver. And it's one of those things where I think you have that conversation where, and I'm hesitant to use this, is a lot of people just go, oh, natural talent. And you just go, well, hang on. We don't know if behind the scenes, Alonso's been studying the track, studying the car until the cows come home. He might have put in 1,000 more hours than the guy next to him. And you can't take that away from him if that's the case. But it doesn't matter whether he's a talent or he's a hard worker. The results speak for themselves.
Absolutely.
In an Alonso. Having said that, I would go with Sebastian Vettel. Over Alonso. I think that he's got a lot, and there's a reason behind that. I think that he's got more longevity in his career.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that over the years, his personality has calmed down. He knows how to handle the media. He knows how to handle his car. He knows how to be a good winner. And he knows how to be a good loser, which didn't know how to be before, because I think that being an F1 driver isn't just about winning. It's about handling the whole package. And I'm not saying that Alonso can't do it, because he does. Alonso does PR well.
I agree, and that was my point on Verstappen. I think that media, how you handle the outside car factors.
That's right. And so, as my second pick, and I'm not calling this an understudy, but as a succession plan, I will probably pick Max Verstappen as my second driver.
Controversial
because
team.
because when you take pure skill, when Max is on. He's an awesome driver.
Yeah.
I don't think that can be doubted.
No, I agree.
But it needs to be tempered. And see, in my opinion, and look, while I agree, you've got Red Bull going, hey guys, hey Max, look at your teammate Daniel and see this calming influence. That doesn't work for some people. Some people, you've got to take it for what it is. And I think that for Max to use Sebastian Vettel as his role model and go, wow, well, hang on, we're kind of cut from the similar kind of cloth here. I actually think that Sebastian Vettel could bring that calming aspect and use Sebastian Vettel as a benchmark for, hang on, Max, this is you in the next 3 to 4 years. That's my pick. I actually think a Vettel Verstappen is a good mix.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And it's hard for me to put down the Alonso toy. Because I want to pick out the Alonso toy and
Daniel,
play.
I hope you're hearing this. He's completely dissed you, my friend.
That's not a diss.
He's basically saying you're going to re-sign with Red Bull this year, and that's going to be the end of it. So good luck with that.
Yeah. Anyway, you've heard our picks. Jason would like Alonso sitting in probably a primary seat with Ricciardo sitting next to him. And I personally would like Sebastian Vettel with Max Verstappen as an understudy.
I actually wouldn't mind Ricardo. This is an open invitation here, by the way, to join us here in the box seat and provide his comments on what those might be.
We'll have to tag him on Instagram.
What, Joel, just before we go,
sure.
what would therefore you be plonking your two race drivers in the team of? Which team are you going to put them in? If you had a choice today, is it going to be, given that we're only a third of the way through the season and it's pretty even, Stephen? Is it a Ferrari? Is it a Red Bull? Is it a Mercedes? Is it something else, John? What are you going to stick these two drivers in?
So this is a difficult question.
Putting the element of equipment back into the
This is the difficultest question you have right now. How can I, as the biggest McLaren fanboy out there, not pick McLaren? And yet,
we better not go there, John.
It's too hard. You're going to give me a heart attack. Seriously.
Yeah. The blood pressure's just gone up.
Explosion.
So it's not McLaren? What is it?
Oh, look, you'd have to be hard pushed to step past Ferrari right now. I think that Ferrari is doing a very, very good job.
I'm going to be predictably boring, and I'm going to stick them both in the Mercedes, mate.
Yeah.
They are ahead, after all.
But the consistency of Sebastian Vettel, which is again a reason why he becomes my number one pick in the driver's seat. And again, sorry, Alonso, I know it's the car. I know it's the car.
I like how Hamilton's been overlooked in all instances here. It's sort of like he's my number 3 pick. Who's your number 3?
Who's my number 3? Look, honestly, and just keeping in mind the fact I'm thinking of this in terms of the dynastic succession plan, I'd be very, very hard pressed to look past Stoffel Van Dorn.
I would have said Leclerc.
Stoffel, and I've said this multiple times, he hasn't been given the opportunity yet. Because he's been stuck in a basically problematic McLaren car, I think that if you were to put Stoffel in a Silver Arrow, for example, I think that you would be seeing very, very different results out of him. And that's
there you have
opinion.
it. Joel's team of champions. No one you'd expect. Well, Vettel maybe. I'll give you that. Van Dorn, I like him. I like him a lot.
I think that in the right car, we're talking neat, safe drivers. So I've already got to calm down Vettel and Max Verstappen. What do they call him? Car crashing, whatever they call him. Verkrashen. What do they call him on the
I
internet?
have no idea.
On the
I don't know.
interwebs?
You're telling the
What
story.
are you boys talking about, Max, on the internet, saying he's crashing his car? No. So that's controversial enough. I think that if you bring back now Stoffel Van Dorn, who is a known clean driver, nice neat, clean lines, I think that's a good combo. Anyway, if anybody's watching these videos at all, put down your comment.
Watching just this
Little snippet.
Yeah.
Put in the comments who you would pick as your two drivers for your car,
So
and what car would you put them in?
Joel's 2019 Team of Champions
That's
signing
right.
out.
That's right. See you later. Peace.